Grand Rising, my beautiful normies and non-normies. It is 11:33 in the morning on March 4th. I am including in this segment a piece of a chit chat I just had with Donna Norris. She will be joining me in the podcast soon. We're going to be doing a little chit chat on she has a story she would like to share. I would like for her to share.
Oh, that's good. I took the course. He has one called a mini. How to spell a mini course.
Sorry, people. Sorry. My nosy behind. Wait, I didn't mean to close it. My nosy behind hit a button I had no business hitting. But she'll be coming on the show with me. We'll be talking about, a couple of her struggles growing up. She'll be telling her story. I met her because we took a training for coaching together on the weekend that I fell, actually. And she was in that coaching training, and she was telling a little bit of her story, and I'm like, geez, I gotta get her on my podcast. I would love for her to be able to tell her story. You never know who it may inspire, who it may touch, who may be, going through the same situation that she's going through and may actually need to hear, what she has been through just to get that inspiration. So I invited her onto the podcast for that same reason. And I'm just putting a little bit of a clip of what her and I discussed. This is not obviously the recording from the podcast because you guys do know that I don't edit. This is just a sit down that we did, just to chit chat and talk, just to vibe out each other a little bit better, so that this way when we go to record a podcast, there'll be a little bit more of a flow. Also, just to get a little backstory on each other, since we didn't really get to talk that day of the coach training like that, because we were also participating with other coaches in there as well. But I think that this would be an interesting podcast. We have a range of maybe in 2 weeks is when we're gonna end up recording that one, maybe in a week or two. She does have a gift that she intends to give out to the listeners, because she is also a coach herself. I'm actually starting. She already is a coach, from my understanding. I hope I'm not wrong with the info, but we'll find out when our interview comes. But outside of that, I just wanted y'all to catch a little clip of what we were discussing and what she'll go into depth more during our podcast session. I just thought this was pretty cool, something different, something new, somebody else's side of their story in their world, what's going on in their life that somebody else can probably, connect to or have a feel for or have an understanding with, or can be like, hey, that's my story, If you guys are interested in coming up on my show and letting me know that you have a short story you want to share, hit that Q&A link or shoot an email. Life as a parent with mental illness @gmail.com, and let me know. I have no problem with bringing y'all on so we can share your story. The more the merrier. Like I say all the time, you never know who you're helping. Everyone has a story to tell, but you never know who you're helping. Is mainly my biggest thing, because you never know who you're helping. But I do hope that you guys have an amazing day. I didn't really want for nothing, obviously. I never really want for anything. I do have to record a session though, but never really want for anything. This was just because I wanted to put a clip in so you guys can see what pretty much we'll be discussing during our podcast. We're shooting out for like a week or two. Keep on the lookout for that one. It'll be coming. That's about it. So I guess with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to always make it count, because tomorrow is not promised to anybody, and you need to live for today, because I've already learned the hard way that today ain't promised to nobody. May it be blessed, y'all. Please make sure it's blessed. Mwah, mwah, mwah. do like I do. You go off your flow and your feelings.
Yes, because basically, people feel, I believe people feel more connected to you in that way as well, when you do it that way, because they're like, okay, it's not like she's reading from a script, People will feel much better.
They'll feel more connected to it. Especially because they'll feel the emotion coming behind it once you're telling it. Oh, I think we're still connecting again. Are you back? Oh, there we go. I think I lost you for a sec.
Basically, this is my story. Real quick, this is how it starts. I'm just going to I don't know. I'm trying to think how to start it. Okay, basically, how I came to want to help people. Like I told you, I wanted to help women and all of that with low self-esteem. And have been through a lot of trauma and everything. And it's not always trauma that's due to maybe being sexually abused or anything like that. But it could be feelings of abandonment. And a lot of that stuff starts in our childhood. But we don't realize, And a lot of us are still acting out childhood instances that happened to us in adulthood because we never got through it or never got past it, never been healed from it. So the reason why I say that is because my story starts basically from when I was 8 years old. I remember waking up in the darkness, and as I was waking up in the darkness, I realized that I was alone. My father was supposed to be there with me, but he wasn't. He had left me in the house by myself. And I walked around in the darkness, and I began to cry and all this everything. And basically, it started off like that, 8 years old, feeling. And then going to age 12, my parents come and they say that they're not going to be together anymore, anything like that. And then I start to feel even more abandoned. So I'm taking you on a journey. I'm taking you on a journey as a child. I'm not taking you on a journey right now as who I am in the present time. I'm taking you back to the past.
Correct.
And so basically I would like to take people on that journey of going through the journey with me, because people feel that a part of your story is like they can go along with that.
Correct.
Like I said, going back to age 12, parents say they're not going to be together no more. And I feel before, man, and I feel like it's my fault. And I feel like there's nothing I can do. I'm not worthy. I'm not, meant for anything, I feel like it's my fault. And I not fall into a person of not wanting to come out the house, not wanting to go to school, not wanting to do anything, not wanting to get around people. So I became very withdrawn away from people and everything because of that instance that happened to me when I was between 8 and 12 years old. Eventually I do go to school, but then I don't, I end up dropping out of school in the 9th grade and not going back and becoming even more withdrawn.
Wow.
Because I was kind of almost like being bullied in school, so I felt like, okay, these people are making fun of me, so they won't accept me, so that's why I just wanted to hide away from the world. So
I understand that.
By that time, I'm 18. Now I already know school is over and everything, and I'm still going through it. And then my father was appeared in my life at 18 and comes around and he sees me and all of that, and I don't know how to act around him. We don't know how to embrace each other because it had been probably 4 years before I got to high school. So I should go back to when I was 14 when he bought me a bike or whatever. And we had that moment after him not being in my life for 2 or 3 years. I come in on my birthday and buy me a bike. But like I said, I try to like touch on different instances of experience. So trust me, before we go live, I'll have it all together.
No worries. I love the walks though because I like to get the story. I always love to get people's backstory because that actually gets you to understand. So I love how you're gonna do it because it gets people to understand the message better. Like you said, it allows them to, that emotion, they get to feel the rawness of it. They get to really, experience it with you, even though they weren't there with you.
Right. Because everybody has a story. No matter how, even if they don't think their story is as bad as other people's stories, they still have a story. You still have a message to convey to the world.
Correct.
And they can help somebody else. And I was always afraid to tell my story and everything, and I never told nobody how I really felt over here, so I kept a lot of stuff in.
That's
so like I said, okay, so basically just cut straight through. I'm about 30 years old, and I started a job and everything, and it's a job where like I'm working in the kitchen, and and then I started to realize, okay, I could be doing more than this. I could be doing something else with my life. I had more value in my life, so I started to still have like those small feelings. But then I still carry on and just go to work like you're supposed to. Just go to work. Then, after age 34, 2 years ago, I gave birth to my daughter.